UN agency struggles to serve Gaza as scrutiny mounts over alleged Hamas links. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, facing explosive allegations of ties with Hamas, is struggling to preserve its reputation and maintain its life-saving operations in Gaza, as Israel threatens to invade the enclave's last refuge for displaced civilians. Political pressure on the UN Relief and Works Agency mounted further on Saturday after Israel said it had uncovered a tunnel passing under UNRWA's main headquarters in Gaza City. The Israeli military posted pictures of what it called an electrical supply hub powering a vast Hamas underground network in the area and said large quantities of weapons had been recovered there. UNRWA Chief Philippe Lazzarini said Saturday that the agency had no knowledge of the underground tunnel and had neither the military and security expertise nor the capacity to conduct military-grade inspections of the premises. Israel, he added, had not formally notified UNRWA of the findings under the compound, which staff evacuated on October 12 amid Israeli bombardment. "Oh, you knew," Kogat, an arm of the Israeli Defense Ministry, fired back on X. "You chose to ignore the facts so you can later try and deny them." UNRWA has been under intense scrutiny since late last month, when Israel alleged that 12 of its employees were involved in the October 7 attack led by Hamas, in which gunmen killed 1,200 people in southern Israel and took more than 250 hostages. 6 of the agency's employees were alleged to have crossed into Israel on October 7 and 4 were involved in kidnapping Israelis, according to an intelligence dossier compiled by the Israeli government and reviewed by The Washington Post. The document did not lay out evidence against the accused. The claims prompted the United States and Germany, UNRWA's 2 biggest donors, to suspend funding along with at least 14 other countries. Amid a looming famine in Gaza, the agency is trying to stretch dwindling resources past the end of February as it pleads with Washington and others to restore more than $400 million in suspended funds. The United States, whose contribution accounts for more than 80% of those funds, has conditioned their release on the findings of a UN investigation. Israel has not publicly detailed its claims about the employees or officially shared the allegations and supporting evidence with UNRWA, according to the United Nations. UNRWA's efforts in Gaza, which include feeding and housing hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, are increasingly precarious, Lazzarini said Friday. Israel's Bank Leumi has frozen UNRWA's account, he said, and the Israeli finance minister has threatened to cancel the agency's tax benefits. A month's worth of food for 1.1 million Gazans has been held up at Israel's southern Ashdod port, Lazzarini said, after Israeli authorities told the contractor not to move, not to handle, and not to accept any payment. UNRWA said it has also been unable to deliver aid to hunger-stricken Gazans in the north since January 23. Israeli naval forces last week fired on a food convoy attempting to travel there, according to UNRWA Gaza Director Thomas White. Israel's military has not commented on the incident. There is no clear alternative to UNRWA in Gaza, where more than 28,000 people have been killed during the war, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. The World Food Programme said in late December that 9 in 10 people were living on less than 1 meal a day. Some families have resorted to eating animal feed, and many are drinking dirty water. Now, Israel has warned it is planning a military operation in Rafah, home to some 1.4 million displaced Gazans who have nowhere else to go.